So okay, I'm already peeping that. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So go a couple of weeks without talking to her, and then same thing still going on with my job. Like we're about to start using the new system. Still don't know what we're supposed to do with our basically what we supposed to do as our job description. So everybody already complaining at the job and trying to figure out like how we gonna do this or whatever. So I think a couple of weeks later, Devon ends up hitting me up like saying that he been working, you know, he's been working. But he's been texting me, but I don't be texting back or whatever, which I knew. Well, okay, okay. Let me just say this, okay. As an iPhone user and a homebody, because I've been a homebody for so long, and then I work from home, I don't really go like out like that. A lot of times, even though I would still get reminders, and I'll be like, "Oh, I'll pay it later," type shit. I would get like, "Oh, you need to pay your phone bill or whatever," and I'll put it in the back of my head that I'm gonna pay it, but then I'm doing something else. As y'all can see, I got that all adult ADHD. Like I be forgetting. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'll be forgetting stuff. So I could be at home for a whole week, and if you have an iPhone, like you could still text. Because I've always had Wi-Fi at my house, you could still text, FaceTime, and FaceTime audio. So really, like even if you don't have an iPhone, you wouldn't be able to. Your texts would never go through, and the your phone calls won't go through. So I wouldn't even know that my phone's off until like my brother would call and be like, my mom's been trying to call me and she can't get through. Or she said my phone is off. Or when I would leave the house and I would try like to access like the alarm system, or call one of the kids to see if I'm forgetting anything that I need to get from the store. That's when I would realize it, and then I will pay it right then and there. So he could have been telling the truth a lot of times, because a lot of times maybe when he was texting me, it probably didn't go through because he doesn't have an iPhone. So he was saying like he do be texting me and I never be responding back, and the next time he sees me, he's gonna have me go through his phone and look at our threads or whatever, just to see, so he can show me proof like I've been texting you, I've been, I've been trying to get into contact with you. It's just that you never text me back, which would be true, because a lot of times, like I said, I wasn't really paying attention to my phone like that. So knowing that I'm like I need to find another job before I get fired, basically, because I already know my manager has it out for me. Like now, I definitely know I'm a target. So I was asking him like, do he know like anybody like that's hiring or something like that? I mean, I was going on Indeed and stuff like that, and a lot of people was doing the whole working from home, but I was just not getting any luck with it. And I had said something, and then it was like a whole thread. I can't even remember the thread because, like I said, it was during a text message. But one thing that really stuck out to me, because I was trying to tell him like I might need a second job, or I might need a better paying job or something like that. And I said, and he made a joke or something like that. And I'm like, you're really not. I'm not trying to joke with you in that sense or whatever. But I'm really needing. I thought you was gonna be able to help me out or something like that. I said, and what he wrote back, he's like, I'm trying to help you out, something like that. And at first I'm like, I just laughed it off because I thought he was still being goofy or whatever. But I'm like, what does he mean? Like, I know what it meant, but I'm like, he's like trying to like say it in code. I'm like, if it's what I think it is, like, he'll make it clear. So a couple of weeks goes by before we end up meeting. But before that, now mind you, my second oldest still has the same number she had when we was in a 2-bedroom apartment. Her aunt and the grandma still has her number. Mind you, I go through her phone because at the time she didn't know how to delete texts or anything like that. So when I would check her phone like once a week or whatever, I would see that her and her dad would text, and then her older sister would text sometimes. So I'm like, oh, I guess he's keeping in contact with her. So then I look through the call list. He's been calling her like once, like I think once a month or once every other month or something like that. He was not consistent with it. So there's one time, like I'm cleaning my desk in my room, like deep cleaning my room or whatever, and she walks in and she's like on the phone, but I'm not paying attention to who she's on the phone with because my youngest son was in the room messing with stuff or whatever what he does. And at the time, like I was growing my son's hair out because he knows because I said that to him anyways, but he has a big head, like a real big head. So when he goes bald, when he was little, when he was much, much younger, like his head was like big. So me growing out his hair, I was like, okay, it shrinks his head. So I've been growing out his hair since he was little. So he had dreads in his hair. So when she walks into the room and I'm cleaning or whatever, she goes, she says my youngest son's name, and then she's like, here, talk to daddy, just like that. So I turn around